Weintraub. That is a real special thing for me. So I have to move on to lots of thank yous, and it starts with the process with the award. Jackie from Cord Media, who is, I've never seen you look better. That blue is stunning. Jackie not only is a friend, but a partner in our new venture, our skin line, Ratio Skin Line, along with Dr. Chopra. So she's a very special person. And of course, Robert Alexander, I want to thank you. I want to thank all of the board members. And I will share the document. You got it.
Doesn't I have more?
Okay, and, a couple things with. I want to thank the board. I like the placement of the star. That wannabe Doc Hollywood George Hamilton. I think he has number 202, so I think he's just up the way. So I appreciate that company, and we're right across from LG's restaurant, right? And for those of you who don't live in the valley, LG does a little thing on TV. It's like, come on down, come on down. So I want you to come on down and see my star. Well, the star has three roles that I play: TV host, plastic surgeon, philanthropist. 3 different roles, 3 different hats. But you know what? They all tie in together. Bottom line is, I'm a doctor first. I hope a good doctor. I hope I continue to become a better doctor. That's who I am. And I need to thank the people that got me involved in TV. And one of the first questions people ask me when they meet me is how did you get this deal on TV? Well, I guess it's partly being in the right place at the right time. And I have to hand that to my son, his friends from Brentwood School, his Rat Pack. Jordan McGraw, Dr. Phil's son, was part of that class. They all ran around together. So a couple things that helped me move to the top when they were casting for that plastic surgeon. Teddy Riley, who has been up here already and has a few choice words, I'm sure, that will come later. He was doing an externship at Stage 29 Productions with Dr. Phil and Jay McGraw, who ultimately founded our show. But he was there in the office working in the summer, and he saw these resumes, so he put my resume, my 8x10, at the top of the list, so make sure that I would see it first. In fact, I think he may be here for a 10% agent cut. I haven't seen him in a while, but he's probably shaking me down for that cut. But it gets even better. So the McGraws were aware of me as a plastic surgeon in town. They knew of me. But as the story goes, my true casting took place in my living room in Los Angeles. We had sold one house, and I don't know how I was talked into this one, but we let Matt throw a going away party at this house we were moving out of. And my wife was there to keep an eye on things, but she said, no way you're going to be there because you can't handle the truth. So she kept me at home. So I was in bed, but about 2, 3 in the morning I get a knock, and the whole Rat Pack, Matt's friends come in, and Santi, who was supposed to make it, couldn't make it, had more than his share of the spirits that night, got into a little bit of a fight. I mean, his nose was all over his face. So I'm in my pajamas, I'm half asleep. The guy said, well, can you fix it? So right then and there in my pajamas, he had so much liquor on board, it was like general anesthesia. So I brought that nose over, and that story went on to Jay McGraw, and Jay said, like, if some guy in his pajamas can set this kid's nose, I think that's who I want to to be on TV, but that's how it all started. I gotta thank Dr. Phil, Jay McGraw. They couldn't make it. I want to thank the four doctors. I haven't seen Lisa.
I just hung up with her.
She probably couldn't pick out a pair of shoes. So I'm going to get her later. But Travis Stork, Jim Sears coming here today is huge. You've become my best friends. You've become my younger brothers. I respect you for being good, committed doctors, great doctors. And now I respect you for what you do on TV. You do it so well. And we do it together as a team. But it's pretty easy to do it because we have the best producers in TV. We share the production stage crew with Dr. Phil. They're pros. You've met Andrew Scher. He is the producer's producer. He's like Henry Kissinger keeping the peace, and it's not easy because it's like everybody wants to share their ideas. So TV has been a real roller coaster, came out of nowhere, and something that I completely embrace. So, but it started with being a plastic surgeon. So I have to give credit to my office here in the desert. When I moved back from the East Coast, we set up the Plastic Surgery Institute, which has been here now 11 years. We are now having LaserAway is joining us in that office. And this is good news for Palm Springs and the Valley because nobody's going to have hair anymore where they don't want it. You've met Dr. Chopra. When the TV thing came up, I said, how can I be in all these places at one time? Great surgeon, a great doctor, a board-certified plastic surgeon that when I'm doing the TV stuff, I know that patients are getting maybe better care than I can. The best of care without question. Rob Lucas, it's like Batman and Robin. He's been at my side almost as long as my wife. And we're a team that I'm sure is going to go on for a long time. Plastic Surgery Institute staff is here. I love them all. They're here. Keep up the good work. They're family. I don't see people from the Beverly Hills office, but I do want to mention Dr. Jay Calvert, who's been very supportive of the TV part of it. And you know, the third mention on the star is the philanthropy, and this show has opened up a lot of opportunities for me. There's been some perks, some glitz, some glamour, this and that, but I am sincere when I tell you that the opportunities that have come up in terms of what I can do to give back as a plastic surgeon due to this show are immense. Sure, you can volunteer and you can do things, but when you have a TV show like The Doctor's Behind You, charities seek you out, they make it, they cut the red tape, they cut the political quagmire that you have to go through to get things done, and that's probably the single biggest perk, and the biggest thing that I welcome as part of this TV thing. And finally, my family, my two kids, Matt and Shannon, I must have done something right. They both want to become doctors. And are doing great. You know, if I had to sit here and think about the 3 years on TV, what are some of my most memorable moments? I would have to put Shannon coming with me to India to participate in Smile Train to help cleft lips palate patients. A great organization, a great charity. She came with me. She assisted in surgery. She did the still photography, which is good enough for anything. Dr. Master said, let's see the shoes. Yeah. together, lady, or what? But I'm gonna get you there. And finally, my wife. My wife met me. Yes, I was a doctor, but I was not. I was almost a plastic surgeon. I definitely was not a TV host. I mean, I was charitable, but I was not. Wasn't in a position to do the type of charitable things that that I can do now. She's been along for the entire ride. At times, high-fiving me. At times, kicking me in the butt. What are you thinking? But it's been a lot of fun. And again, the friends I see out there, the Brentwood traveling crew, my golf buddies, the Venturellis, the champions, my friends from growing up, my cousin Rick, I guess my other cousin, the spine surgeon, didn't make it. My best friend from medical school, Dr. Alan Malky, heart surgeon, practices in Redlands. Alan, not everybody can be a plastic surgeon, I'm sorry. And to my cousin, the spine surgeon, who I wanted to be here, Andy, I'm sorry, not everybody can be a plastic surgeon. So, though that is the end of my words, but as is tradition, we are going to move the event over to Spencer's. And I hope you have some nice, kind, choice words for me. And in that vein, I have a quote from Pat Benatar. Hit me with your best shot. Fire away. But I'm not naive enough that the one thing you need to do with a big ham is roast them. I see Blair out there, my agent. I'm glad I saw you, and I'm glad I saw the Moores. Brenda put me in touch with my agent, Blair, best friend, the best agent a doctor, plastic surgeon, philanthropist can have. What's next?
Thank you, Dr. Andrew Ordaon, for allowing the Palm Springs Walk of Stars to honor you today. And before we unveil the newest star, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for being here today. And now, the reason we're all here for the unveiling of the 334th star.
One knee on the little deal here. I feel like I'm in church.
Kevin, on the count of 3. 1, 2,